Well, new at 5, the city councilman is defending his admittedly foul mouth, specifically the insulting language he used to describe a local developer.
Well, it is certainly the latest volley in the battle over Badlands that 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears has been on top of.
If I think somebody's a jerk, I'll tell them. If I have to add a few adjectives to emphasize it.
On TV, we can't say or show the adjectives Councilman Bob Coffin used to describe developer Johan Lowy. Coffin's comments were captured in correspondence with a Queens Ridge homeowner sent from Coffin's personal email.
On an email or a text message to someone, particularly someone who needs to hear that someone feels the same way they do, then I think that it's really, I don't care what I say.
In that August email, which was also sent to the mayor and council, Coffin writes that Lowy appears to be in the grip of several mental disorders. Coffin says he used his personal email with the assumption that the exchange would be kept private.
You know what? You can call somebody anything you want in that kind of venue.
But his emails and text messages became public as part of the ongoing battle over the defunct Badlands golf course. Johan Lowy owns the land, which is zoned for residential development, but some Queens Ridge homeowners want it preserved as open space. And so far, the council has denied all of Lowy's building permit applications. Some opponents of the development spoke out in a city hearing Monday, urging the council to adopt a new open space ordinance.
If this ordinance was in place, developers wouldn't buy open space and wouldn't buy golf courses thinking that they were going to turn a huge profit on the backs of the homeowners and at the expense of the homeowners.
Even though the property is zoned for residential, even though those homeowners said in the documents that they signed when they bought their residences that they had no rights to the golf course.
Lowy's lawyer is Nevada Lieutenant Governor Mark Hutchison.
You've got people who are simply abusing their power on the city council.
Coffin denies that, saying homeowners who oppose the development must be protected.
People who are being encroached upon by a small fine print item and God knows who reads all of the fine print. It just doesn't have the ring of fairness.
Lowy and his lawyers say the city's approach has been patently unfair, accusing Coffin of bias and prejudice for calling the developer a crazy Israeli in a text message.
Crazy Israeli is a joke, you know. Crazy Israeli is a t-shirt slogan. It's quite popular. It just rhymes, and that is not a pejorative term.
Coffin also said this to Lowy in a public meeting.
You have rights, but you've got to stop treating these people like a bunch of unruly Palestinians getting thrown in, you know, a concrete block, a settlement thrown into their land right there.
Coffin says that was a joke too, but Lowy isn't laughing.
It's a very sad commentary.
He also points to this text message Coffin sent where he calls Lowy scum and asks if there's intel on him, writing, "Dirt will be handy if I need to get rough."
Well, I know that they've gotten pretty dirty with me. This idea of calling me anti-Semitic in a town that I grew up with Jews since childhood.
We questioned Coffin about whether he could get past the mudslinging.
Do you believe that your feelings toward him color your ability to vote impartially on any matter that he brings before the council?
No. In fact, I have voted for a number of items that he has proposed.
He cites the downtown Supreme Court building and a future expansion of Tivoli Village as examples.
I may feel that he has run roughshod over the people, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have good projects. He might. This particular case is just different.
The questions about Badlands will ultimately be answered in court. The battle has already cost taxpayers more than $700,000. As for the open space ordinance, the city council will most likely vote on that November 7th. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.